Welcome underwater astronauts, I'm Jemison, and in this guide I'll be covering how to locate and reach the Fabricator base so that we can build our alien companion Alan his new body in Subnautica below zero. Let's get on with our guide. As is the usual on the channel, we will be starting at the base of this structure here that I like to call Iceberg Island. Those are the coordinates there in brackets for anyone who would like to use console commands. As for everybody else who would like to find this the normal way, start at your drop pod. Now your drop pod can spawn in one of three locations, so the distances will vary from 150 to about 350-400 meters, but the gist of it is just head north-northeast until you start seeing ice shelves, a landmass, and a bunch of penguins, and you'll eventually find Iceberg Island. And once here, we're going to hop in a sea truck. Once in our sea truck, we're going to proceed to head almost directly southeast for 880 meters. Now this is a late game guide, guys, so you're going to want a sea truck with a depth module of Mark III, along with having unlocked the other three caches and scanned all three of the necessary architect body samples. They're on the right there saying what you'll need to build them. If you've scanned them and simply have forgotten what you need, but you're going to need those items before you go to the Fabricator base. Now as for your character, you can just take a sea truck with a depth module Mark III straight to the door of the facility, walk in, and breathe the air down there. But since it's late game, I expect you to have a rebreather, a scanner, a sea glide, reinforced dive suit if you have it, and the largest oxygen tank you've found, because God forbid something goes wrong down there, you don't want to die down there. You want to get out if your sea truck explodes. As for hostiles, you'll only have a few to worry about at the shallow depth, which is maybe the purple leviathan if you've upset his circuit he takes, and then the shark alligators. However, once we begin our descent towards the facility, you're going to encounter up to 3 or 4 different shadow leviathans. So there's the pink leviathan, but having a perimeter defense and an afterburner are beneficial as well for your vehicle. They should have been on the right hand side as I started talking about what gear we'll need, because I'm a bit out of it, hopped up on caffeine. But again, you're going to need the 3 samples of a body, so skin, tissue, skeleton, organs, and the items necessary to make them. Sea truck, depth module Mark III, perimeter defense and an afterburner will help you deal with the shadow leviathans. Now we're going to begin our descent. You can go either side of this rocky crevice here. Keep descending. Sometimes the shark alligators will follow you down, but that's only ever happened once. Keep heading down. Do you see like the rice field looking vents? That's what they remind me of, the little steps. Watch out for this thing. If you're too close when it goes off, it will damage your sea truck. Or you could just drive into a wall like I do. Once here, we're gonna keep going down to this little looking Pride Rock thing here. I'm gonna head along this wall directly west. Be aware that just up ahead will be the first shadow leviathan, so be ready to run or use your perimeter defense. He should appear right here. There he is. Go charge up your defense and release it now. Now go to this little outcrop here. I advise if you damaged your sea truck, park it here and repair it. Once here, we're going to descend down this gap here. Keep hugging this wall. Should be another shadow leviathan somewhere around here, so keep an eye out. They're going to turn Aim for this bit here, on the middle between northeast and east. Just hug the ceiling. Avoid the rocks as accordingly. You're going to approach this rocky outcrop here. Go over, under, or next to, whatever's easiest for you. Begin descending again here. See another bunch of outcrops and a trench like the one below. Just go past that. It will start to get deeper and deeper. Once you see these rubies, or red emeralds, or whatever you'd like to call them, I can't remember what the game calls them, you want to be in the right area. There is a Shadow Leviathan in here, amongst all these crystals, so be ready to zap him. I keep going down. Just hug the wall, that way you don't get turned around in this red Fortress of Solitude looking place. Just keep going. Descend again. Shadow Leviathan should be here somewhere. There he is. And just like that, he leaves us alone. I always forget I have the booster. Use that to get away. And just down here will be our Fabricator base entrance.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
It's always a shame you can't just drive your truck through it and like crash land. I always thought that would be cool, but here we are. Gonna walk in. The lights should turn on once we get here. As you can see, there's each things here saying what to build. So I'm gonna do them, play all the relevant cutscenes for you guys if you want to watch them. But that's where the guide ends, so here's the outro. If you liked it, like it. If you found it useful, cut. So before I go making the bodies, guys, and let the cutscene run, I'm going to do the outro. So if you found this useful, enjoyable, helpful, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down, but at least leave some feedback on why it didn't help. And if you did enjoy it, and you aren't already subscribed, consider hitting that button. And if you are subscribed, or just hit that button, and want to help the channel out further, please consider checking out some other content, it'll help with the algorithm. Well, once again, my name's Jamison, and until the next video, I'll see you later. Enjoy the cutscenes.
So Alan, you said your people came here in search of a cure?
I was a researcher.
You were a scientist? Like me?
My people regarded my scientific contributions with particular interest.
As I said, like me.
If that is your interpretation.
So how did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
So you came here to search for a cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean the bacteria got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component. This is the last piece. Soon I will be autonomous again.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
Amends? For the bacterium? There seems to be a lot you're not telling me.
It is hard for me to find the words. I must collect my thoughts. We have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the tunnel.
You still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
Commence installation using Fabricator.
The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my solution was foolproof. I was wrong.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes.
Oh,
I do not wish to speak about it.
we can come back to this.
What are you doing?
Research. Tit for tat. You've probed my mind. I scan your body.
Commencing data transfer.
Did it work? Are we...
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Whoa. Hey. You're really not in my head anymore?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Are you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
I told you I must return home. To assess. Repair. Make amends.
Tell me more.
When the bacteria escaped, it was my fault. I disobeyed the directive from my network.
Oh no.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching. I was not wrong.
But...
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, infecting everything. How many survived the outbreak back home? Are they still waiting for someone to bring back a cure?
I do not know.
Can I help?
The fact that I withheld this information does not concern you.
It was certainly manipulative. And I've also made my own share of mistakes. I'm still committed to helping.
I accept your help. Find me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.